Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the very first episode of Peri-Meno-Pause, a space where we talk about real stories, real bodies, and real transformations of women in 30s, 40s, and 50s. I'm Dr. Sulbha Arya, a perimenopause and a woman's transformational coach, a doctor by profession, a mother, a dreamer, and above all, a woman who believes in second chances. For more than 15 years, I have worked in the medical field, especially in the area of women health and cancers, breast cancer, cervical cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, you name it, and I have treated these patients. I sat across hundreds of women in consultation rooms, brave and intelligent women who have fought the disease with courage but carried an invisible weight of silence around their changing bodies and emotions. And through those years, I started asking myself, why do we as women have so little understanding of our own bodies when it comes to menopause? Why do we still whisper about it like it's something shameful? Why don't we talk about what really happens physically, emotionally, and mentally when our hormones begin to shift? That questioning and later my own personal experience led to this podcast. Working with women through illness taught me something very profound, that our body never lies. It speaks to us. First, in the beginning, it whispers, but later, if you don't listen, it screams. For years, I've observed patterns in my patients, how their emotions and stress played such a big role in their health outcomes. I saw that women who recovered faster when they embraced self love, and others who struggled longer when they internalized guilt and shame. But here's the irony, even as a doctor, I never thought how deep and complex perimenopause transformation transition truly is. We studied hormones, yes. We studied anatomy, yes, but no one spoke about the emotional, psychological, spiritual turbulence that comes with this phase. It was treated as a clinical event when your period stops. But what I've come to learn is that it's the most significant emotional and identity shift of a woman's life. And I did not fully understand this until my own body took me on this journey. There was a time when everything around me looked perfect: career, family, work life balance. But then something inside felt off. I started subtly. It all started subtly: sleepless nights, restlessness, irritability. I would lose patience easily. My thoughts were scattered. Then came the mood swings, bouts of anxiety, and a sense of emptiness that I could not explain. As a doctor, I try to analyze. Maybe it's the stress, maybe the hormones, maybe the fatigue. I could not put my finger on why I, someone who had studied medicine for years, suddenly felt so disconnected from my own mind and body. And when I reached out to my colleagues, friends, doctors, the answers I got were dismissive. Oh, it's just age. You are overthinking. Oh, that's what happens after 40. And that hurt because I just wasn't another case. I was a woman in transition. I realized that despite my medical training, I had no roadmap for this phase of life. And that's when I began my search beyond textbooks, beyond prescriptions, into the science of emotions, hormones, and soul. I began studying mind body medicine, women's psychology, energy work, and transformational coaching. I listened to spiritual teachers, neuroscientists, and menopause specialists across the world, and slowly I began to heal, not just through knowledge, but through understanding. That phase of discomfort became my awakening. It forced me to pause, truly pause, and ask, who am I when I'm not constantly doing, fixing, managing, and achieving? And that's when the seed of Redefine was born, a program and a movement to help midlife women rediscover themselves with love, compassion, and strength. I realized something powerful. Menopause isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. Our bodies are not betraying us, they are rebirthing us. The hormones that once pushed us outward, nurturing, working, creating, now invite us inward to reflect, to realign, and rebalance. It's as if the nature is saying, you've spent these decades taking care of everyone else. Now it's time to come home to yourself. And that's the philosophy of this podcast. Let's just demystify this medically and emotionally. Perimenopause is the 5 to 10 year transition period before menopause when estrogen and progesterone levels start to fluctuate unpredictably. You might still get your periods, but everything feels different. Your metabolism, your mood, your energy, your skin, and your sleep, everything gets affected. These hormones are not just about fertility, they affect your brain chemistry, your heart health, your bone strength, and emotional balance. And that's why so many women experience anxiety, forgetfulness, joint pain, bloating, low libido, and they think they are falling apart. My dear, you are not falling apart. You're evolving into a new phase of biological balance. This period is like second puberty, except this time you have wisdom, awareness, and choice. When you learn to support your body with food, sleep, breath, mindfulness, and acceptance, you unlock an energy that is deeper and more powerful than your 20s ever gave you. So, what you can expect every week on this Peri-Meno-Pause. This is going to be a safe space, a judgment free zone for real, raw, rejuvenating conversations. We'll talk about the science of hormones and metabolism, the truth about mood swings, sleep, and stress, how relationships evolve in midlife, especially intimacy and communication, how to fall in love with your body once again, how to rediscover your purpose after 40, how to dress, express, and live with renewed confidence. We will have expert guest sessions with gynecologists, psychologists, stylists, fitness experts, and spiritual mentors. I will also be doing some solo episodes where I'll be sharing tools, guided reflections, stories from women like you who have redefined their midlife. Every episode will close with a ritual, a pause within moment where we breathe, reflect, and affirm something together because this is a sacred pause. Before we end the first episode, I want you to pause. If you are listening to it while driving, walking, or lying in bed, just take a deep breath. Place your hand gently on your heart and repeat after me. I'm not fading. I'm evolving. I'm stepping into the most powerful phase of my life. You are not broken, darling. You are becoming. You are not too old. You are just beginning. Menopause is not the end of womanhood, it's the awakening of it. If this episode resonated with you, please follow this podcast and share it with another woman who might need to hear this and leave a review because every share helps another woman find hope. You can also find me on Instagram at redefine underscore Dr. Sulbha Arya and join a redefined community where transformation meets sisterhood. Until the next time, this is Dr. Sulbha Arya reminding you that your pause has a purpose and your second act is waiting. Thank you.